Hey guys, Kevin Weber here, aka Crankenstein. I've got another review for you. 13 Fishing Envy Black Series. This is a 6'10" medium model. Awesome rod. I'll run you through some of the stuff I like about it. Start first up here with these guides. It's got recoil guides on it. They are really cool guides if you're not familiar with them. They're basically indestructible. You can bend those things completely backwards. You can bang them on stuff. I mean, they will not break. Great guides. 13 Fishing is always known for having just really lightweight rods. I've got some of the Omen Black series, which in my opinion is the best $100 rod out there. And it's also one of the lightest rods in that price range, and the Envy's even lighter. I mean, these are just featherweights. I've got this Shimano Core 101 on here, and this is just a ridiculously lightweight setup. I mean, you can throw this all day and not get tired, and you can do that with any 13 Fishing rod. The Omen series is great. The differences between that and the Envy, I mentioned the guides. The Envy series has those recoil guides. The blanks. These are pretty much the high-end rod blanks 13 Fishing makes. This is their big-time rod. It retails for $224. And, I mentioned the Omen Black is what I thought was the best $100 rod. I would say the Envy is the best in that price range, that 200 to 250, any rod in that price range. I think the Envy is the best bang for the buck. I mean, the blanks are awesome. I like the guides. The actions are great. They look cool. They've always got this kind of carbon kind of look, just a great looking rod. They're split grip. That's something that I like personally. I like split grips. A lot of people talk about the reel seat. Some people have kind of a love-hate relationship with most of the reel seats, but I really like it. It's comfortable to fish. I think you've got that blank right there. You can really feel what your lure's bouncing off of. And, this combo here, I throw a lot of little crankbaits. I've got a little Spro, Little John on there. And, I can feel exactly when that thing bounces off of a stump or something like that. And the actions, they're really nice. One thing about a lot of the 13 Fishing rods, the length of this handle right here, it's not the longest handle. It's just a tiny bit on the shorter side. And originally I wasn't sure if I was going to like that or not, but what that gives you, and I mentioned this in one of my other videos, for a shorter rod, you've got more of the rod in front of the reel to work with. And what that gives you, the only way I could explain it, if you're familiar with assault rifles, they have what's called the bullpup design, where the magazine of the gun is actually behind, the grip and the trigger, and you have the main body of the gun is really the length of the barrel. So the gun is shorter, but it has longer range. This is that same concept in a rod. So this rod is 6'10", but the length of this rod from right there in front of the reel to the tip, it gives you just a little bit more to work with than if you had a longer handle, and yet this rod balances perfectly with the reel on here. You would think that by messing with the length a little bit that it would throw this off, that this wouldn't balance right, but it actually balances perfectly. Now, I'm not exactly sure how they did that, but 13 Fishing, they're a new company on the block, and I'm telling you, they're worth looking into. They're pretty clever, and I really think their designs are top-notch. This is an excellent rod, highly recommended regardless of the style of fishing you do. They make plenty of different styles and models. They're actually about to make a dedicated crankbait setup with probably some more moderate actions. You know, for me, fishing, you know, shallow to medium runners, I actually just like a medium action. So, you know, I'm good with it. But for throwing some deep divers, they're going to have, you know, something to throw those on. But, you know, they are an excellent company. Definitely check them out. They've got some reels out now, the Concept series. You know, I'm a lefty, so they're only making them in right-handed right now. I've got a friend that's gotten in touch with them, and they say left-handed should be out into this year, beginning of next year, you know, around in there. So as soon as they get that out, I'm going to get one and get you guys a review. But they make quality stuff, so I'm expecting them to be, you know, top-notch, just like the rods. So 13 Fishing, Envy Black. Go to Tackle Warehouse, pick one up. You will not be disappointed. This is an awesome rod.